pick up some ground sense here with Shweta Kothari, my colleague, joining us straight from the spot. Shweta, what exactly is happening over there? Delhi has not slept since yesterday. Heavy security deployment there on the ground. Have you spoken to some of the people? What are, the latest informations that you have gathered?
All right, it's an airy calm this morning, Sakshi, as you rightly pointed out, after Delhi was jolted out of its consciousness and collective sense of identity after many, many years. That a blast here in the national capital, at the heart of national capital. We're very close to Red Fort. It's early in the morning. We don't see a lot of people. And of course, it's an airy calm. As you can see around me, there's heavy police barricading. We haven't been able to reach the site of the accident, the site of that unfortunate blast just as yet, because there's a sense of heavy security. The entire Delhi seems to be fortified at the moment, which was expected, and not just national capital. In fact, high alert has now been sounded in many, many parts of this country. Very close to Delhi, where we are, is of course UP. So UP is on high alert. We're given to understand as of this morning, many places, including Mata Vaishno Devi, places in Rajasthan, India's financial capital, Mumbai, Bangalore. Many of these places are continued to be on high alert. IGI Airport has also been put on high alert. So we're reporting to you here where 9 people approximately died as a result of that Hyundai car blast. We're given to understand it was a Haryana number plate and the driver has been identified. More investigations are underway. Multiple agencies of the government, including the NIA, Anti-Terror Squad, Delhi Crime Branch, Delhi Police, everyone in fact working in tandem to identify what really happened here. We are not casting aspersion. We're not calling it a terror attack just as yet. We do know it was a massive attack. A magnitude that hasn't been seen in Delhi, hasn't been felt in Delhi in many years. So we're still trying to understand the contours of what transpired here. We do know that it was a slow-moving Hyundai i20 vehicle that blasted near the junction at the intersection. We know that there were people inside. That's also what's coming up at this point. So investigation is underway. Home Ministry has intervened. Delhi Chief Minister has reacted. Nearly everybody, not just nationally but also internationally, have reacted at the moment, trying to show some sense of sympathy, condolences for what happened here in the national capital, something we haven't heard of, as I mentioned earlier, in the last 10 years. So, we are still waking up to the new reality as to what happened. Investigation will be carried out, a thorough investigation for that matter. That's the promise made by Home Ministry, and we'll be able to tell you more after that. But we are here, it's about 6:30 in the morning, and we are here in the national capital, and it's going to be a sad morning for all of us.
Absolutely. Shweta, Red Fort is a tourist-friendly spot. It's one of the most posh or popular area in Delhi, if I could say. There is usually a heavy security deployment over there. Who should be taking onus of what exactly has happened? And also, if you could show us around the beefed-up security that has been put in place since yesterday.
Okay, so I'll ask my camera person to quickly pan and show you what has happened here. We are not very close to the Red Fort metro station, the gate number 1 of which saw that blast yesterday. We are far away from it. There's heavy security. This is one of the entrance which has been blocked. Multiple entrances have been blocked. As you rightly pointed out, this happened in a very bustling, place. It is a heart of the center of national capital, because it's a place that sees a huge footfall throughout the year, for that matter. It was a busy Monday evening, so it was extremely unexpected. You come here any day, Sakshi, and it's always very, very busy. So it's a very tricky place for such a blast to have happened. One can only assume that it was planned. For it happened here at a time when, people were perhaps going home, coming out to shop, least expected, innocent lives lost. An investigation is underway as to who's to be blamed and who's responsible. I think we'll have to wait and, figure out, and we'll have to give some time to the investigative agencies to actually come to a conclusion on who is responsible. For every time such a blast happens, it's not a singular person that is responsible or a singular agencies. Mostly it's a multi-agency failure. And before we can pin the blame, I think time right now is to come together. It's an hour of grief for us, and we continue to track the latest as far as the investigation is concerned. So we'll be bringing you those details before we can say firmly on who exactly was responsible. We know a certain individual has been identified their name was registered against that Hyundai i20 car, which was responsible for the blast. More details on that are awaited.
Absolutely. Shweta, there is going to be a big question with regards to the security lapses and, the intelligence input, of course, because when the NIA was so active and police force was so active, they were conducting raids in, multiple states at different locations. So many arrests were made. They hinted at a nexus and something big brewing at the soil of our country. And cut to something happens at 6:55 p.m. yesterday at a very popular tourist spot.
That's right. I mean, one can only draw parallels, right? So this happened at a day when there were multiple explosives seized in the national capital, in the NCR region, in Faridabad to be particular. And there were also conversations of various terror modules operating. And the information came by the way of Jammu and Kashmir police. And based on that input, multiple explosives were seized in the national capital. In fact, ammonium nitrate to about 3,000 kilograms was seized in Faridabad. So at a day like that, when that news was being reported in the morning, one can only subsume that this is to do with a bigger sort of a plot. But we're not going to cast aspersions for now, and we'll allow people to, think through this, not create a sense of panic. So we will not say for a fact whether this was a blast that can be attributed to any terror forces or any terror links. But we do know that this is not a usual cylinder blast. It's not a usual CNG blast. That's what experts are saying. The intensity of the blast was far too huge and far too large to be considered as a normal CNG blast or a cylinder blast. So, depending on the inputs that are coming to us, we are, of course, drawing comparisons, we are drawing parallels. But as I said, it's too early right now, Sakshi, since we don't have lots of information at hand.
Absolutely. Shweta, we are not jumping the guns over here. We will not cast any aspersions here that whether any, terrorist outfit was involved in it or not, and should we be pinning one individual or is there a group? But are the investigative agencies connecting some sort of dots with the arrests that have been made, the kind of explosives, arms and ammunition that have been collected from different locations across the country? Because many cities, many states have been kept on high alert. So it is hinting at something fishy going on.
That's right. Yes, absolutely. It's also usual practice every time after such an intensity and such a magnitude of a blast or an explosion that rocks the national capital, all the surrounding cities, major metro cities are put on high alert. So it's a usual SOP, and that SOP is also being followed at the moment. Now, whether agencies are connecting the lines, I'm sure they are. NSA, anti-terror squad, all of them are working very hard, we are given to understand, to figure out what really happened here, to get to the bottom of it. So they will be drawing all the links, they will be drawing all the parallels, they will be trying to ascertain as to who was responsible, if it was a one person doing, if it was a multi-agency, multi-organizational plot, or if it was just one organization responsible for trying to terrorize the residents of Delhi NCR and for that matter the entire country. So investigative agencies working in full force, we are given to understand, to try to get to the bottom of what happened here in the national capital. But as you can see, more birds chirping around. We are looking at more light now in the sky. It's almost 6:30. People are gathering here. We are, as I said, waking up to a new reality that perhaps the national capital is not as safe as one thought in the last 10 years. It's a reality that the government will also be faced with. And questions will be asked, and the questions are mounting as we speak, as more and more people come to this site, this unfortunate site of the accident that happened at 6:50 last evening. We now know that about 9 fire tenders were also rushed to the spot. That later became 22. Many agencies are working around the clock. We also know that there's a white cloth that has been spread throughout the blast site in order to cover for what many saw our body parts. Blood spilt out, organs spilt out. It's a gory sight. One doesn't need the description. But as you can understand, when I'm talking about, conscience of an entire community, entire people jolted. We are, of course, trying to make sense of what happened. it will take a few days, if not weeks, for agencies to arrive at a conclusion, and we'll be waiting for that.
Absolutely. Shweta, please stay on with me. We've got a breaking news now coming in. We've been given to understand that FSL team has visited the blast site and they are now trying to determine the nature of chemicals through the bodies and also through the location site. They're trying to ascertain the kind of chemicals which were used in this explosive blast. Investigators have already ruled out a low intensity blast or a CNG blast. In this case, it was certainly a high intensity blast. Multiple chemicals were used. Like my colleague Shweta has already highlighted, the kind of blast that Delhi has not seen for so many years. This has jolted the entire capital city. Now, this is the latest input that we have collected through our sources. The FSL team has reached the spot to ascertain the kind of chemicals and the nature of chemicals used in the explosive blast. Shweta, so one thing is certain that multiple chemicals were used in this particular blast because we have ruled out the possibility of this being a cylinder or a CNG blast. It is a high intensity blast, so multiple chemicals were involved. FSL team, in the latest input that we have gathered through our sources, have reached the spot to ascertain the nature of these chemicals. Anything latest coming to you through your sources?
The latest that we do know, as you pointed out, Sakshi, is of course FSL team is trying to understand, the kind of chemicals that would have been secreted by many of these mangled and dead bodies that piled up near Red Fort last evening. They are trying to ascertain what sort of chemical compounds may have been used to see and to ensure and to rule out any possibility of perhaps if it were to be a cylinder blast for that matter, or a simple explosive device which wasn't put there knowingly. So that possibility, of course, they're trying to rule out. Experts have pointed to us, Sakshi, as I pointed out earlier, that this could not have been a normal cylinder blast. It could not have been a CNG blast. It could not have been a car picking fire, because the kind of intensity that we saw rocked many people. We heard eyewitness accounts of how it appeared to be a slow-moving vehicle trying to cross an intersection, and suddenly the blast that rocked the entire area. So it was too big and too large to be categorized as a simple explosion due to perhaps a faulty vehicle. So the FSL team will try and of course determine on what really happened here. Now at the same time, the latest we do know is that the entire Red Fort area has been sealed, as you can see behind me. For the benefit of our viewers, I'll ask my camera person to once again pan and show. There is of course high security here. We are at one of the entrances to the Red Fort metro station. All gates 1 to 4 have now been closed. They will remain closed until any further information. And of course, as you pointed out, multiple teams, including FSL, National Investigative Agency, the NSA, as well as many teams, including Delhi Police, are on spot. They are trying to ensure that there is peace, there is calm. There has been peace and calm since last evening, but investigative agencies, of course, working round the clock to understand what happened here.